So, how many books can you put into an empty backpack? Question again, how many books can you put into an empty backpack?
Zero.
Only one, because after that it's not empty anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker has lived a very full life. As one of Lake Worth's own original celebrities, our next guest was one of the first reality TV stars and has been featured with his brother in the Guinness Book of World Records. And there is a YouTube channel filled with funny commercials that would have this room in stitches. I was watching them last night. And he's lived the life of, I think in your own words, a rock and roll star. But he has stayed close to his community, this community, and is very active locally. And it is my distinct privilege and pleasure to introduce Greg Rice to say a few words to everybody. Can I just
Make it easy. I'm not used to seeing this place quite this bright. It's considerably darker when I'm in here most of the time. And by the way, you guys are sitting at my table. You got a good spot. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here with you three guys today. You guys drew quite a crowd. I don't know if you look around the room. I don't think I had this many people at my high school graduation. But you guys know how to draw a crowd. Yeah, I am Grad Rice, and I know it's a tough job for her sitting up all night, going through the YouTube stuff and all that, trying to put together an introduction, because a friend of mine called me yesterday afternoon who just owns a restaurant down the street here, asked me if I'd come in and be able to speak to you guys today, and what am I going to tell this guy? No, I eat at his restaurant too much, and during the season I want to be able to get in, so I had to tell him, sure, why not? But it is great to have you guys with us here today, and as was mentioned in the introduction, have any of you guys ever seen my TV commercials?
Oh yeah.
Well, I know some of you guys have, but
For sure.
anyhow, yeah, John and I have been doing TV commercials and other things locally here since man first started walking on the moon, just about not quite 50 years, but and I would say that I grew up here in Palm Beach County, but you can see better than that. I didn't grow up anywhere. But we were raised right here. Actually, I learned how to do a lot of things right here in Lake Worth. Our grandparents moved to Lake Worth in the 20s and 30s, and so this was kind of always home for me. And I learned how to ride a bicycle in Lake Worth, because out where my mom and dad lived was out west of town, and we didn't have sidewalks in front of the house. A lot like Lake Worth is still today, but but at least we had paved streets. So I have a lot of fond memories of this little town, and I live here in Lake Worth now, so that's the fun part about it. But I remember back when I was sitting in a seat, not like you guys are today, because it's air conditioned in here. I graduated in a high school football stadium in West Palm, so in June, wearing one of those plastic bags you guys have around you, and a hat and all was not the most comfortable thing. And I remember hearing, I don't remember a lot about high school, but I do remember that speech that all guest speakers at a high school graduation tries to pass on information and life experiences to others by telling people, go forth and do this and do that. But I wish that I could say the same thing. I think that my best advice to you guys as you move on from this grade level that you're in now into high school is to just do the things your parents tell you to do, and you'll be all right. I know it's probably not always the most popular thing that you can hear, but if you can just listen to your parents, they've screwed up more than you have, so they know all the things that you shouldn't do. They tried them themselves and tried to get away with them. Didn't work. And just apply yourself to do a little bit better job today than you did yesterday. If you can get up with that goal in mind, just to say that I'm going to be a little bit better at whatever it is I do, whatever it is that I want to do today than I did yesterday, that I'm a success. People always ask me, especially when I get a chance to speak at schools, what is success and what does the measure of success mean to me and other people? And I tell people, if you want to be a success in life, here's my advice to you. 3 simple things. Find out something that you really enjoy doing. And that can be anything. It can be playing ball, it can be fishing, it can be doing all kinds of, any kind of thing. Find something that you really enjoy doing. Now, for me, when I started out in my career, my first job that I ever had was in sales. I was in door-to-door sales. Believe it or not, there was a time in this great country of ours that people went door-to-door selling stuff. Not trying to get politicians elected or any of that kind of thing. They went door-to-door selling things that you couldn't buy on QVC. Well, there was no QVC back then. There was no cable television back then. But, and that was my first job because I couldn't get a job like all my tall friends had when I was in school. Jobs like working labor on the construction jobs or bagging groceries at Publix, or believe it or not, there was a time that you could go to a gas station, they would come out and fill your car up with gas, check the air pressure in your tires, wash your windshield, and you only paid 35 cents a gallon for that gallon of gas. Those days are over, but I couldn't do any of those kind of jobs. So the only job that I was able to get was a door-to-door salesperson. And I can tell you one of my early experiences in that field is, back then what happened, you go to somebody's house and you'd go up and you'd ring the doorbell. Well, I can't reach most doorbells, so that was out of the question. So I had to knock on the door, trying to get the attention of the people that lived in the home at the time to come and answer the door. Now, there's another thing you probably haven't thought about, but in Florida, especially South Florida, and if you watch shows like Cops or America's Most Wanted, you'll see a lot of this. A lot of those episodes are filmed right here in South Florida for some reason. It always seems to be that way. So when somebody comes to your front door and they knock on the door or ring the doorbell, what do you guys do that live inside the home? First thing you do, you go up, try to peek through the peephole, right? To see who in the heck that is out there. Well, as you can also see, I'm built below peephole level. So they're up there looking through the peephole, not being able to see straight down where I'm at, and they're listening to me knocking on the door, and they have to be thinking, there's got to be somebody out there. If not, then maybe I've got the worst case of termites in termite history, whatever, all that. So they would always, curiosity got the best of them, they'd open the door. And when they did that, before they even noticed it, I ran into their house, went into the living room, had all my samples set up, and I was halfway through my presentation before they realized I was even in there. So. But in the beginning, I wasn't very good at sales, as you could probably guess. But I made myself a goal, my brother and I did, to be a little bit better every day at what it was that we had chosen for our profession. And you need to figure that out too. The number 2 thing, advice to you is, after you've discovered what that is that you really enjoy doing, and that you would do it for the rest of your life if you could figure out a way to, is to get as good at doing it as you possibly can. And that's going to require a lot of practice. It's going to require a lot of study sometime. It's going to require a lot of help from others. But try to get as good as you possibly can. Even something like fishing. Get as good at it as you possibly can. And then the third thing is, this is one of the most important things, is try to find somebody that will pay you to do that. Now I say that, I've got a real good friend of mine who he's had a lot of different jobs and careers, but he makes a living, he makes a real good living, taking people out fishing every day. People that come down to South Florida on vacation, what do they want to do? They want to do 2 or 3 things. They want to certainly go to the beach, most of them. They want to go catch a sailfish, a lot of them. And today they want to go see where the president lives. But before the president moved to town, they want to go to maybe Disney World or whatever. But this friend of mine makes a 6-figure income taking people out fishing every day. man, oh man, like I said, people spend tons of money just to go fishing. He's making a great living at doing it. So those are the three things that I want to pass on to you, that if you can figure out those three things and master those three things, you'll be a success in life. Because success is not measured by the length of the driveway that comes from the road up to your front door, or how many cars you might have in the garage, or those kind of monetary symbols that we sometimes equate success with. But success is being happy doing whatever it is you do. And if you can figure that out, you will be a success. Well, I want to thank Mary for opening up this place today, for you guys to come in and have this special moment. Mama Gizzy for providing the food you're getting ready to eat, if it doesn't burn up with those Munson burgers before we get done here today. And just remember this, that no matter how hard things might seem in life, no matter how many times you might fall down, bruise your knees or whatever you might do, get back up and try it one more time. Success is not permanent. Nothing in life is permanent except, as I say, death and taxes. But nothing is permanent if you don't allow it to be. So good luck, guys, and as you embark on your new careers or your next series of educational careers. And I'll see you around town. Thank you. It's the first time I've ever had the opportunity of speaking with a band to back me up. They didn't do too much. I thought you guys might play Randy Newman's Short People song as I walk up. So maybe you can do a walk-off with that song. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen,